Hello Libra, welcome to your May 2023 tarot card reading. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. For those of you who are new, my name is Jane. So May is a really exciting month. We've got Jupiter moving into Taurus. We've got that big full moon eclipse in Scorpio. So there's a lot of dynamics, a lot of things going on. Now this video specifically is going to be tarot. So this is a more channeled, more intuitive message. If you want more of the astrology, please check back in the next couple of days because I will be posting these May 2023 astrology forecasts in a separate video. So please keep your eyes open for that. And also don't forget, if you are a member of my Soul Seekers group, that I am going to be doing much more specific videos about the Jupiter in Taurus transit, as well as the full moon eclipse in Scorpio, as well as this Pluto retrograde. This is happening too. There's going to be a lot of content for my Soul Seekers group this month. So if you're not a member, you want to join, all the info is down in the description box down below. So let's go ahead and get into this. You're more than welcome to watch for your sun, moon, or rising sign, whichever resonates the most with you. So let's go ahead and get into it. Hello Libra, welcome to your May 2023 tarot card reading. Let's go ahead and take a look, opening up the channel with a card from my intuitive deck here. So what does Libra need to know for May 2023? Okay. I think there's something that you have been considering for a long time, or you have been running through a lot of initial iterations of something. So let's say that there's a project and you've been in that creative phase for a long time. You've developed an idea and then maybe decided, that's really not it. So then you try to develop another one and then, maybe that's really not it. And maybe you've gone through multiple iterations like this. And it feels like something is finally taking hold for you. So whatever it is that's been kind of on and off, hot and cold, in and out, like a lot of false starts, if you will, there does seem to be something that's like, okay, I finally feel ready to fully commit to this, to execute on this, to bring it to completion, to get it done. And I think that's exciting. That's an exciting notion because whatever it is, it feels profitable if there's money involved, or if it's like some professional or creative thing. It feels lucrative, like for those of you who are, let's say, dating, but maybe you've been kind of unavailable. It's like you're dating, but you're not really available. So now you say, you know what, I actually really am available. And that change in energy, in mindset, the change in what you're putting out there and the way that you're committing actually is going to really start to change the external circumstances. And like I said, it's going to be profitable if there's like a money thing involved here. It's something that will likely work out well for you. You will likely invite the right people in. I'm almost kind of sensing that you're being pulled forward like a laser beam. It was like you knew that this was ultimately a path you were going to take. It's just maybe there was a lot of resistance up to this point. Maybe there was a lot of hesitation or a lot of insecurity or something up to this point. But now, all of a sudden, some kind of a switch has flipped, and Libra says, you know what? I've been putting it off long enough. It's time. All right, so that's a really good message to start off with. Let's see what else comes through for Libra here. What else comes through for Libra for May 2023? The Fool, exactly. See, this is that fresh energy, maybe a little bit bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, but I think in a good way. It feels invigorating. It feels revitalizing. Something that you've been afraid of or kind of putting off now all of a sudden is the reason why you wake up in the morning. There's a whole sense of freshness about you. And I think you can tell. It's like the whole energetic environment is something else, and it feels like you've set yourself free. And maybe there were external circumstances that you found yourself that had you quite bound, or they felt heavy, or there were tons of obligations involved. And maybe you're finally freeing yourself of that. Maybe you're turning people away, maybe you're saying no, or maybe situations are just closing out, you know? And the more and more things close out, or the more and more things you step away from, the more and more available you are for the universe to pull you in this direction. So like I say, this is something that I think you've wanted for a long time. It's just you haven't really gotten that traction. It hasn't felt like it's been able to really stick and hold. This time feels different. It feels like a stick and hold situation. So let's see what else comes through in the environment, specifically a person that you need to be aware of that is in your environment that will be influencing you this month in some way. Page of Coins has been coming out a lot. I really like him because he's kind of bringing something new to the table. But I also really like that there's flexibility here. Just because something new and different is coming to the table does not mean you need to take it. This is just a sign that the energy is shifting, that the environment, you as a person, are evolving in the way that you think you are. This is validation. And I've been using this analogy. It's sort of, when ships are at sea and then they start to see birds flying around, that means that land is close. Okay, so like the land, the destination, the attainment of the goal is close when this Page of Coins comes in. And now this might be a little, for some reason I'm feeling like you might get taken aback. It's like, oh, wow, like I wasn't expecting that. That's kind of strange. That's weird, It just feels out of the blue. But again, that's the bird. It's just showing you that your goal is near, or you're near to attaining your goal, rather. But it does seem like people want to be a part of what you have going on. This Fool energy is infectious. This mindset, this vibration, it's contagious, and people want to be a part of it. It's fun. It kind of has an inner child quality to it. It's not restricted, and so of course people want to be a part of that. Of course they want to hitch their cart to your horse. Obviously, there's benefit to them for this. That's one of the reasons why you have power here. You don't have to take whatever this page is offering. This is just a symptom, or it is just an effect of what you have going on here. Okay? So let's take a look. First row of cards for Libra for May 2023. What else does Libra need to know this month? We have the Emperor, the Knight of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. The Emperor feels like you, Libra. Because to me, the Fool with the Emperor, first of all, when you bring an Emperor energy into it, there's power. You seem to be empowered by initiating this thing, or by finally, that stick and hold quality. There's power there. And I think you do feel stronger with this. One of the things in the past with all these, kind of started and then let it go, and started and let it go, and you are not having a successful time holding focus. One of the things that was going on back then was that you weren't really, not that you didn't want to stand in your power, it just wasn't time. I don't really know. There's something about timing with this. But now that you are in that stick and hold position, you do feel powerful. And I think in a lot of ways you feel unstoppable. And when you start seeing the Page of Coins coming in, and now also we have a Knight of Swords who's like, oh my gosh, I want to be a part of that Emperor. I want to stand next to the Emperor here. I want to be a part of what they're building. I want to be a part of their business, their creativity. I want to be a part of their dream. And so I think there are going to be a lot of inquiries. Libra's going to receive a lot of attention. Some of it might be unwanted, but not all of it. I don't see any reason why a Knight of Swords couldn't be an asset for you, especially if you're some kind of a business owner or something. This could be someone that has a particular skill or talent that could be useful for you, that could be leveraged, If you're in a dating scenario, this could be someone who you might end up dating, although I'm not that excited about a Knight Emperor combination. But again, it's like, as long as that sign is there, I think Libra will be appreciative. That sign that yes, they are changing, yes, they are evolving, yes, a new chapter of their life has officially opened. That's what Libra needs right now, is just that validation. With the Nine of Wands, there are still things that you are going to be protective of. Just because you're in this space of like newness and excitement and maybe even enthusiasm, it doesn't mean you're going to be out there telling everyone what's going on. There does seem to be some degree of secrecy or some degree of keeping it to yourself, not letting just anybody in to your sort of inner circle. And that's when the page comes in, it has to go through this filtration process. Even the Knight of Swords, although I feel that the Knight of Swords, see, he's actually moving in the opposite direction of this Nine of Wands. So it feels as though this is someone who made the cut. They made it past that front gate, if you will. And this is someone that you are likely going to be entertaining. They have something interesting to say, interesting to offer. It's relevant for you. You know, and maybe it's an explorative phase right now, but it does seem to be in line with where you're being pulled. You know, it seems to be in line with this new thing that you're really committing to now. The page, I'm not sure, but everything is going to have to come through this filtration process. Not everything is going to make the cut. This is clearly not anything you should be apologetic for. You know, if something isn't for you, you simply say, hey, it's not for you. It's not in line with what I have going on. But what's really nice is that you're going to have multiple things coming in, or multiple options, multiple things on the table, which gives you more choice. And in this instance, more choice is a really good thing, because you can be more careful and you can curate specifically what type of life experience you want to have. Okay, so this is a really good place for Libra to be. It feels strong. It feels like really connected with something, even though you may not necessarily be able to explain it. I guess we could say connected to the ineffable. Okay. Four of Coins. Four of Swords. The Empress. Okay. Absolutely loving the peace of mind that the Four of Swords brings. I don't see any need. Now, I know we all have our own things. We're all different people. But I don't see any need for us to be anxious or nervous about stuff. There's nothing to worry about in the future. You're safe. You got a safety net out there. You are your own safety net. And all is well. I will tell you that you are more secure with your commitments than you are with anything else. What I mean by that is the period of time. Now, I'm not calling you a flaky person, but it does seem that there has been a little flakiness with this particular venture or this project, okay? The flakiness or the non-committalness that had been in the past. Now, it also, hold on, let me clarify that. It may not necessarily be non-committal. It just might be you didn't feel like the idea or the concept or the project was developed enough. It's kind of like, I guess we could describe it as these were the first drafts, the second drafts, the third drafts, and you're now kind of on your final draft ready to publish. Okay, so we could think of it that way as well. It just wasn't ready. You didn't have the detail that you wanted. You didn't have the structure or the people or the environment that you needed to really get this off the ground. But now you do. So it is the commitment to kind of really carrying through with it. And I see that with the Four of Coins, and I love that with the Emperor. They're both ruled by the number 4, which we know is a really stable number. There's a lot of security with that number 4. And this is one of the reasons why I'm like, wow, you are in a really safe position right now. The Empress, now this is actually like a Libra card as well. She's a kind of a Venus quality, so Venus being your ruler. So this could be an element of you in terms of your creativity. It could also be someone else. I'm seeing a beautiful Empress-Emperor pairing. For those of you who are interested in love and romance, I will tell you, okay, Jupiter is moving into Taurus on May 16th. So as Jupiter moves into Taurus, it activates your 8th house. Well, it's kind of already activated with all the Taurus stuff, but you get the idea. Jupiter comes in, activates the 8th house, which means that all of the Jupiter through Aries stuff over the past year finally starts to see results. Sometimes I feel that we don't really see the effects of a planet's transit through a house until that planet leaves. So when Jupiter leaves the 7th house and moves into the 8th, you might start seeing some 7th house themes come out, right? Like a relationship. Not everyone is interested in that, but I'm just letting you know there's a beautiful pairing going on here. Now, an Emperor or an Empress, either way, is absolutely going to make it through the 9 of Wands filter. And they are going to completely outshine a Knight of Swords and a Page of Coins. So, I don't know. I don't like to dangle carrots, and I'm not going to guarantee. I'm not that type of reader, okay? Let's be realistic here. But there's a high quality someone in your field somewhere. A satellite energy. There may be a deepening of an existing relationship, especially as Jupiter comes in through the 8th. There's going to be an added desire to kind of energetically entwine, to merge. That's what the 8th house is really known for, is like a merging of two people. And I think your heart is really in that space. So whether it's a romantic merger, whether it's a professional merger, you know, whatever the case is, some kind of an acquisition of some kind, this might be a really great time to do that. I'm seeing two powerful entities in their own right, both an Emperor and an Empress, coming together and making an even stronger empire, okay? And with the 4 of Swords, this feels like a no-brainer to me. This does not feel like a complicated decision. And this is, especially if you are here for romance, and in the past, maybe you were out there dating, but you weren't really available, or maybe you weren't dating at all. Maybe you just kind of said, oh, well, you know, when it happens, and you put zero effort into it whatsoever, wherever you are on the spectrum there. But now it's like the minute you decide, you know, I really want someone, boom, here they are. You know, they're a lot closer than you realize. It may be someone that you already know, or it might be someone brand spanking new that's coming in. But either way, there is something more substantial on the horizon. If you are feeling a lot of doubt with this, whatever this is your confirmation that you have no need to feel doubt. And the more faith you feel or you exhibit, the more faith you exhibit, the more likely this other entity is to come into your space of influence, and you can, you know, merge however it is you need to do so, okay? So this is a really good sign or a good omen. This reading feels like a good omen to me for the Libras out there who have been wondering where their, you know, next opportunity, the next big break, or the next big relationship or whatever is. Seems really close. We have the Fool again. We have Strength. And we have the High Priestess has been coming out quite a bit this month. So she's got something to say here. See, and I love the High Priestess actually with that 9 of Wands, because there does seem to be an element of like keeping things behind closed doors. This is not a time to overshare. And I know we all have different personalities and whatnot, but this is actually going to be a time to keep a lot of things secret and private. Not only do we have Jupiter in the 8th house, but we also have Mars in Cancer for most of the month. It will eventually move into Leo on the 20th. But we're also going to have Venus coming into Cancer on May 7th. So that Cancerian energy mixed with the Taurus 8th house energy. Plus we still have Saturn in Pisces, of course. So South Node in Scorpio. So I do think secrecy and privacy is important for most people. Now, I'm not saying to keep secrets from a spouse, obviously, but I do think you should keep secrets or omit information from people that don't really benefit from that information, or they're not a part of it. It's like, keep the circle small, keep it tight. You don't want leakage in your environment right now. And you don't want people gossiping or whatever. Like, that's just not going to be healthy for what it is you're trying to do here. The thing I love about the Emperor is that he's serious. He doesn't give me like a jolly, happy feeling. He has a serious tone to him. And he is, I don't know, he's on a mission. He's got something he needs to accomplish, and he doesn't want anything screwing that up. And this is something you really don't want to screw up, because there have been so many iterations. And now that you feel like it's time, and it's time, you want to kind of put your head down, stay behind closed doors, and get it done. Get it pushed out into the world. Get it actualized. You know? Let's use a dating example. I don't know why I'm going towards the dating stuff. I'm not quite sure. But again, if it doesn't resonate with you with romance, that's perfectly fine. You can still use this example. Let's say you're dating someone or a few people, and then you go to lunch with your friends and they ask you how your date went, and you literally tell them everything that was said and what was done. And like, that's not going to be good for the development of a relationship, okay? You're immediately taking things and leaking it out of the connection, especially if you feel that there's potential with that connection, all right? This is a matter of respect. This is a matter of honoring the potential unification. Also, like if you're in the middle of some kind of a business like client thing or something like that, obviously you can't be going and talking to everyone about what's going on in the office, okay? Especially if there's NDAs and all that kind of stuff. All right, so just keep that in mind. It's going to really help with the actualization of this. The more tight you can keep the focus, the more likely more energy can go into it, and the more likely it is to get completed or actualized sooner rather than later. And with the Fool, obviously that's what you want. You want this to happen. There's no more resistance to it. There's no more pushing it away. There's no more fear of it. It's just a readiness that can't necessarily be explained. It's an ineffable readiness. Okay? And with the Strength card, this is your fortitude. This is your ability to power through and get it done. Get it across the finish line. Okay? I'm so excited, because this does seem like it is long overdue for Libra. It feels long overdue. It is beyond time for this to become a reality. Stay strong. Let's pull out some clarifiers. So for those of you who are new, we're going to pull out a bunch of cards right now. And all these cards we're going to cover in the comprehensive reading, which is... you can find info down below in the description box. We usually talk for another 25 to 30 minutes about these cards, so we can get a little bit more detail on what's going on and how to handle it. So let's take a look. We're going to pull a couple oracle cards here. So we have Balance. Oh my gosh, how beautiful is that for Libra? And over here we have Luck. Oh my gosh, that's what we all need. Definitely need luck once in a while. see here. I feel like that one. 5 of Cups. Queen of Wands over here in the environment. Love, love, love the Queen of Wands. All right, let's take a look at this Emperor. What else does Libra need to know about the Emperor? Beautiful. 2 of Wands, the visionary, without question. The World. Love to see that. And, oh, card of Libra, Queen of Swords. Knight of Swords, we have the Page of Cups. King of Swords. No, oh my goodness. Knight of Cups. 9 of Wands, we have the 10 of Wands. The Chariot. Ooh, and another Emperor. 10 of Swords for that 4 of Coins. 9, another 9 of Wands. 3 of Coins. And for the 4 of Swords, 2 of Swords. The Moon. And the Star, beautiful. And for the Empress, oh, another Strength card. A Knight of Coins and a 9 of Cups. For this Fool, we have a 2 of Cups. See, there does seem to be some kind of an alliance or union going on here. Oh, another Empress. So we have 2 Emperors and Empresses, and then we have balance. Another High Priestess. 8 of Wands. An 8 of Cups. A Hermit. And last but not least, for this final High Priestess, Page of Swords. 7 of Coins and a Death Rebirth. Okay. All right, Libra, this is where we're going to pick up in the comprehensive. You guys know I love you. Have an amazing month, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.